Hello everybody, I'm iTrueface, and in today's video I'm going to be giving my thoughts on a couple of the changes that happened with this recent mid-event update. Now, if you don't already know, you're probably living under a rock, but of course I'll just go ahead and quickly, hey, this guy's here. He's behind this orange house in the Jollyville. Yeah, you can get these things now. Obviously, I have no. Oh, well, there goes my phone. Oh, if you see me looking down at my phone, it's because I'm trying to grind cookies on my other account that happens to be Mastery level 45, which is required to get this shop here, because I want these, and I'll eventually grind cookies on this account too, because I want all of this stuff. Anyway, 10 shards total, 3 boost tokens, so it's a good shop. Anyway, that's not why I'm recording this video. I'm a PvP channel, so there were some PvP changes. So first off, let's talk about Kratol. Let me just summarize the video. They buffed some ice types, that being Festifer and Heber. Now, first off, with the Festifer here, they changed its clingy ability, which was absolutely garbage. It's a plant type, and majority of the moves that affect your items are dark type. Slap down, pilfer. And then, of course, you've got Scavenge and Barter. I don't know if Barter worked on Clingy. I don't know. I don't know. But, the most used move that affects your item is Slap Down. Being a plant type with low defense, it was just a bad ability. It's going to die to Slap Down anyway. Who cares about keeping its item if it's just going to die to the move trying to get rid of it? But yeah, that ability was turned into Chill. I thought it would be called Chilled because that sounds better, but that's something else. So it's Refrigerate from Pokemon. If your type of moves become Ice type and the strength of them is boosted. This is an insanely good ability. And they also put Raging Tackle back onto its Rally move pool. If you didn't know, its Rally move pool was glitched to match that of the regular Kratol, so you could get Burn Up, Fire Breath, Raging Tackle, Earthquake. That was fixed. It only had Earthquake before. Now it has Raging Tackle onto it as well, along with this Chill ability. That's kinda nutty. Offensively. So now you have, instead of Ice Hammer, which was already the best ice move in the game, now you have an ice type Raging Tackle, so 120 power, which is actually 144 power after the ability. But, yeah. With 144 power over 95 power, that's kind of crazy. And it has Festifer has a large HP pool as it is, so it doesn't mind the recoil. So it just gives it a huge buff in, its Ice Stab. It now can 2-hit KO a defensive Stratosaur, I believe. I'll fact check, edit on the screen with it, fact check on that. There we go. So, yeah. Now the only problem with Festifer is its terrible defensive typing and its lack of a good plant stab. One can't be fixed, one will be fixed in later portions of the game, but hey, nice buff overall to its damage output, and the best part of it, it's not a secret ability, so now free-to-play players can hunt down this nice, this Event Loomian and have a PvP viable one, just get a chilled one. And then of course, with its generally low UPs because they're completely random, you can use the shards from the shop to fix it up. Easy peasy. Anyway, moving on. They also buffed Heber, my boy Heber here. How did they buff him? Well, they gave him Ice Hammer as a rally move. So, instead of relying on the unreliable Chili Chomp, 5% miss chance, or the unreliable Winter's Fury, either being 60 power or 90 power, depending on how lucky you are, you now have a straight 95 power Ice-type move, and it's better than Winter's Fury in the case that it only makes contact once, so if you hit something like a Sharp Edges Loomian with it, you're only taking one hit at chip instead of Winter's Fury 2 or 3. So, yeah, it's nice. Nice overall. It's a nice buff to its damage output. So if you want to run like a like a very brawny Bane of Haste one, the only issue with that is one, or wow, I say only issue, and now I have two issues. One, I would 100% run Yeti's Wrath on it, and the problem with that is we don't have the Levitate update yet, so we don't know yet if it can hit Levitating Loomians yet with that. And 2, it now faces competition with Festifer, because Raging Tackle from a Festifer is going to hit a lot harder than an Ice Hammer from a Heber. However, on the reverse of that, Yeti's Wrath is going to hit harder than Festifer Earthquake, and they both have a pretty pretty bad defensive typing. So, but Heber does have better bulk overall, and a nice immunity to electric. So there you go. So its defensive typing is better for sure. It has an immunity, and yeah, but overall, you know, it's competition between the two. But the fact stands that both were buffed, a very nice quality of life buff for both of them, and Festifer is now free-to-play friendly in terms of getting a PvP viable one. Before, you had to get Regift because its other 2 abilities were either inconsistent, aka bad, or just bad outright because Clingy sucked. So, but yeah, so I highly recommend, if you don't have one already, get a Brawny Sluggish. This is Clever Sluggish. I just needed a random one to show off the ability and Raging Tackle. Get a Brawny Sluggish one. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be sluggish. I just say sluggish because its primary usage will come out of Bane of Haste. And just get one before the event ends. And, you know, and then, of course, when you get Ice Hammer, you can put it on a Heber. There you go. That's basically it. Yeah, so how to use Wobelisk needs to come out tomorrow. I keep putting it off because I have 4 different sets for Wobelisk, and that means, and I wanted to do a format where I showcased all 4 of them in separate videos, but unfortunately the event's ending soon, and so I don't have time for that. I need to put out a how to use Wobelisk tomorrow, showcase the day after, and then how to use Festifer the day after that, so you guys can see my thoughts on the best sets, so you could go hunt them if you haven't already, and have them before the event ends. So that's the plan, and I'm going to try and stick to that. I have all my Wobelisks. I have the team I want to use for the showcase, so it should be pretty simple. I just need to train them up. Speaking of that, I'll be live later today actually doing the training. I'm gonna cut down on my free sets, figure it out yourself, because people are taking that rather than a try to get better at doing it as more of a get out of the PvP community. What's the term for it? What's the term? I don't remember the term because I'm bad with my words, because socializing is not a strong suit of mine. But anyway, point stands, I'll be live later today, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you all in another video. See ya.